Folks, I am so depressed that I just don't know what to tell my fellow American people, or anyone in the world for that matter. I want to show you something, and it's really depressing. It's depressing because you keep seeing things, you keep listening to things, and you don't pick up on the hints. And I'm going to show you a hint for you, okay? Now, I warn you that I could be being untruthful with you. I warn you about that, okay? In other words, I could be misrepresenting and telling you a lie about what I'm telling you right now. Now, I'm going to show you something, okay? I made a comment. Actually, I made 8 comments on this channel of last resort to make sure that you keep within the framework of the scam and obey by the rules of the scam. And it's an embarrassment that you can't see it, and nor can anyone else. And they keep giving you all of the hints that, like a chess player, it'd be like telegraphing your moves, that you were going to attack the person's whatever, queen, bishop, whatever, and you people just don't see it. You can't take hints. So I'm going to show you this, okay? I'm going to show you this. All right. They're talking about a variation here, okay? And I don't want to infringe on this man's channel, so I won't. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what they did to my comments, because I made 8 comments. Now, again, and I want to turn this down because I do not want to infringe upon this man. So, I don't know whether it's automated or whether there's a way that there's artificial intelligence that keeps track of this. But I am going to tell you what I put up on this channel, just on the comments. And it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's no big deal. Okay? But it was a big enough deal for either the artificial intelligence, the powers that be, or the maker or the owner of this channel I'm telling you about, which I want to let him remain anonymous because I don't feel like this should be brought out right now. So I'm not going to do that. But he's the last resort for people who do not believe. So you go to him and he kind of gives you a little bit of a comforting reassurance that even though you think you're real smart about not believing exactly the way it is, let me tell you something, mister, because I'm going to keep you anonymous here. Let me tell you something. You have no idea about history and about World War II. Do you know that you could have been put into a concentration camp for what you have been saying? Don't you understand that in World War II, it wasn't enough to sort of believe and let the people know the risks of certain things, like, for example, going in to try to take Russia when Russia was so vast and enormous that they had no chance to complete their operation successfully. And if anybody would have come out and made the case for that, they would have been quelled and silenced immediately. And you know what happened? That's exactly what happened. Because you had Panzer commander after Panzer commander telling Hitler that they did not have adequate means to go in and fight Russian soldiers, no matter how poorly equipped they were, or how scared those Russian soldiers were, or how undisciplined. They couldn't do it. They did not have enough supplies. They did not have enough manpower. They did not have supply lines because they penetrated too deeply, too quickly, and became surrounded. They could not protect themselves. The commanders were going in, big commanders, not little minor commanders, large-scale commanders of panzer divisions and grenadier support troops. And they kept telling Hitler, we do not have enough men or equipment. We don't have it. And Hitler said, that's not a problem. Don't you understand this, you mindless idiot? Commander, I don't care if you don't have success, complete success, then kill as many of those Russians as you can, and you're expendable. We'll put they made it into a fortress city in some places, like Breslau. And when you became crippled enough to where you couldn't do anything, then we want you to sit there and fight until you were dead. And pull the trigger if you had any bullets. If not, try to take as many of them with you as you can, as you slowly are suffocated, frozen, and starved to death. And guess what happened, folks? You know what happened? They tried to assassinate Hitler. A lot of people did, including mostly his own people, because they began to realize that the minute you tried to show anything against what was happening, they executed quite a few of the commanders, especially the Panzer divisions. You know why? I will tell you, because I've watched it on history. I've watched it. You have to understand that even though these were bad people, these commanders, these high-ranking commanders of panzer divisions, believe me, they were no angels. Trust me when I tell you. But they looked at their men and they said, there but for the grace of God go I. And I have a responsibility to try to use those troops not only wisely, but to try to bring those little peckerwoods back home safely, or bring them to another theater where they could be useful. And when things didn't go well and they couldn't be resupplied or continue offensive attacks, Hitler says, we're just gonna let them die there. And let's motivate those troops to do as much killing as they can while they're slowly suffocated and killed. It's exactly what happened, folks. And the tank commanders got tired of it. You know why? Because I know this is going to come as a great big shock to a lot of you. They had a heart. You know why? Because they understood the bravery of the men. They understood that they were trying to do what they were supposed to do. And the commanders, some of them were executed because they were exposed for trying to take out Adolf Hitler. Do you understand what I'm telling you, folks? You do not reveal anything to the masses except for complete and total genius of sending millions and millions of German military personnel or men into Russia that were killed and taken prisoner, soon to be dead, virtually all of them. But you did not want that to come out. Hitler certainly did not want anything coming out. And that's why this channel right here, he does not understand. He needs to come to our side. I would open my arms to him. You know why? Because maybe there's hope for him. Maybe there is, but it doesn't look like it to me. You cannot placate in an attempt to get more people to your belief structure by appeasing to their skepticism. That would not have gone over in Nazi Germany, and it won't go over now. It will not be allowed. They don't care how much you're trying to keep people on board. They don't want you to do it, because eventually you're going to be found out by people who can think like me. You understand? People who can think like me. You understand? I can think. I can see what's going on. The other mindless idiots here can't. And some of my subscribers can see too. Now, I'm going to show you this. Here is the comments, and I'm going to keep this anonymous. Okay? Now, like I told you, I don't know if this is computer generated or whether he's made a trigger for any negative comment to be removed. I didn't really leave a negative comment. You know what I put? And again, you're going to have to believe what I tell you. But you shouldn't, because I'm not qualified, and this man is a doctor, and he is qualified to speak on this. I am not. That's why I'm not speaking on this. I only put 8 letters. You know what it was? I put S, push the comment, there's the S. And then the next comment, I put C, pushed it, popped up. Then I pushed A, pushed it, and then I pushed M, pushed it. And then I put M, A, C, S. Now, you can believe me or you don't have to believe me. You understand? That's up to you. Would you like to see what's left on the comments? Look for yourself. Look at the comments. I'm going to try not to involve this and keep the anonymity so you don't see it, okay? Right there. Look, there's me. You understand? There's me. I left the comment. What do you see? SC. Where is it, folks? Was I lying to you? That's certainly within the realm of possibility. You know what else is a real possibility? That I put that up there and it was removed. You understand? Folks, there is only one way. Their way, and he's here in order to be able to make sure, if you have any doubts whatsoever, he will coddle you and bring you back into the fold. Folks, if you can't see what's happening, you are as dumb as a box of rocks. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You got to erase that. You're so afraid? You're afraid of that? Folks, It's the most depressing thing I have ever seen in my life. And how you Republicans, especially, can buy into this in any degree or percentage is an embarrassment. You leave it up to some lowly lawn man? It's just astonishing to me. Folks, take care. I love you guys and gals. God help us.